Good evening, Germany. Good evening, United States of America. Good evening, British Empire, United Kingdom. In the celebration that Germany was brought in unification status in October 3rd, 1990. Meanwhile, 35 years later, the military service is more decisive than ever. In the rise for state sovereignty, in the German-Prussian royal imperial blood that the family brings, in the German-Prussian heritage, the qualification for Airborne command has been bringing privileges in education. My education has been growing into an advanced rider, an advanced driver, where I appreciate the set into service for General Freudin, German Army Commander-in-Chief, that I declare my readiness and my desire for to be brought with Madam Hilton, Paris Whitney, Maryland, Sir Liam Carter Milliken, her married man, and Madam Campbell, Naomi Elaine, that we are able to participate in the airborne education, that I'd love to show my driving, my riding skills, for being able to be brought on board an aircraft with a piloting education program. We are born for the state sovereignty to rise. Loving to start Royal Traveling Services, to be brought in best shape the German Army Bundeswehr in Special Airborne Army Aviation Corporateship is able to bring. We love adding several aircrafts in enriching German Luftwaffe, also the military engineering science that we've been bringing, in loyalism to Defense Ministry, incorporating status that I declare loving to show my riding and driving science for General Freudin in special, for being his driver, where I'd love to start educating the comrades from my achievements, being a motorcycle rider that have been brought on racetrack, Grand Prix racetrack with good times, when I was starting evolving and developing the BMW S1000R with Sir Troy Corsa, twice WSBK World Champion, in privileges for such a motorcycle, where I've been bringing my riding science in. With an Imperial motorcycle based on ST82 SP2, the CBR 1000 RRR Fireblade, an Imperial masterpiece in science, I'd love to declare several traveling goal in comradeship for to enrich the protocol for the state sovereignty to rise, where my desire lives with present day His Highness Crown Prince William, her amazing married wife, Her Highness Crown Princess Kate, to achieve with the Emperor's coronation for His Majesty King Charles III, to be coronated to His Holiness Emperor Charles III for Europe, the privilege to be brought together in comradeship, forming the German-British friendship, that we've been signing a contract parallel to the French friendship in state raison, that I've loved to widen to Japan with Emperor Naruhito's imperial household, in the desire for starting traveling, being coronated for the reigning four, for to bring, after having been enriching the protocol, for to operate Kingdom Königsberg and Krim, in consequence, when Hesse County, Germany, Imperial Hall, Römer, in view to Paul's Church and Emperor's Dome, the signings are done. We are able to enrich the protocol to evolve, starting to achieve privileges for France, real King Sir Emmanuel Macron, to be coronated in consequence, with a 3-day delay after that he've been achieving the privilege for bringing the French folk the um, the big French Christian cathedral back into service, Notre Dame. After having been investing a lot, in a record time he was able to restore after a fire such a international and in special French privilege for being able to be visited from tourism, but it means a lot for the French identity. So it is with the Liberty statue and Tour Eiffel in France capital Paris, where my mission lives to form the National Guard Standarti for in special airborne comrades that is drafted from KSK, KSM, US Spec Ops, American Expedition Corps in SAS for to form with the French comrades de l'armée de terre et de l'armée de l'air et espace the privilege for to form the new royal military service in loyalism for both emperor. Loving to be brought in comradeship, welcoming my uniform, together with Paris, Carter and Naomi, for starting such a privilege. I'd love to show my driving and riding license, declaring readiness for to be drafted in the piloting program for being able to fly NH-90, UH-60, V-22 Osprey, also the SP Defiant, to grow into fusion with Airbus Military Industries for welcoming a special variant for airborne aircrafts, air superiority surveillance services for to grow into air dominance with a variant we are foreholding in military development engineering service. Being educated with advanced science from my own father that was brought into General Motors headquarters Germany for to cooperate leading 30 engineer being grant for the mobility in the years where the reunification was made possible with two folks that were divided and family that were divided. The military privilege from these times where the long lane US American presidents were investing a lot until the wall was pulled down and the US American, British and French sector in Western Germany have been able to welcome the East German, where the 1991 evolution for Soviet Russian system that has been transferred into federal status have been causing such a widening peacekeeping times that we were all proud to celebrate more than 75 years. With a new challenge that the Russian Federation, with its illegal annexion from half-island Crimea in 2014, have been setting themselves in enemy status to the freedom-loving Ukrainian Republic with state leader Sir Volodymyr Zelensky, the military comradeship in special with my comrades from Forest Brigade, Black Forest Brigade in a neighborhood county. My mission lives in declaring readiness for to educate the comrades in my way that I've been growing into an advanced rider that has been challenging Nürburgring Nordschleife for being able to pilot a WSPK based series motorcycle in good times with fast speed for being able to educate the comrades furthermore. With a set for a military parade that I'd love to achieve from learning from military brilliance in leadership in harmony with NATO Alliance General. I'm declaring readiness with Paris, Carter, and Naomi to learn from the best, and when there's the option for me to be brought into the choice, I declare readiness to pilot General Freuding wherever he needs to be driven in an advanced limousine or a military vehicle, when he opens chances for me with Paris, Carter, and Naomi to be drafted into the piloting education program for being able to pilot these military aircraft. Loving to participate to jump into German Luftwaffe at an A400M C-17. My goal is to enrich the continental European kingdom in royal state visiting traveling services, to widen the staff for military affairs, victory to be brought into a bigger number for staff in military diplomatic affairs. Also, the European Continental Air Cavalry Force UCAF, where the specialists are brought into an advisory for to spread in knowledge transfer for the regular army, in special for Germany, United States of America and British Islands, United Kingdom, with a unification for Ireland to grow into the privileged territory to operate Kingdom Königsberg and Krim together in a refreshing military service where His Highness Crown Prince William and Prince Harry are already educated in being able to pilot military helicopter. Side by side, shoulder on shoulder, I'd love to be brought to coronation celebration ceremony, participating from Emperor's coronation to welcome the Emperor for Europe, His Holiness Emperor Charles I. My desire lives in starting drive-in service for General Freuding, in the already signed contract for being military driver, military rider, for to widen the qualification for state sovereignty in being able to fly the aircraft with my reigning team, Paris, Carter, and Naomi, for to qualify furthermore, enriching the protocol with a big goal for to start traveling in the most advanced species, the Japanese folk, for visiting the imperial household, wants to have a chance to appear, having a chance to come in contact with Emperor Naruhito. Having been invited to my living room, Imperial Hall, Römer, Hesse County, in view to Paul's Church and Emperor's Dome, the Emperor's Christianism Church loves to spread for an advanced military service. I've been brought to birth in the declaration to participate with my cooperating loving hearts and my professional loyal comrades in the Royal Military Service in loyalism to Emperor that forms the present day's 2025 national compression, that we are opening chances for present day's 32 NATO Alliance member state to be drafted into qualification program, to be drafted into KMK, even to widen it to African nation, where motivated Christian operated nation in Africa have got chances to be brought into the regular army for being able to be qualified in the Airborne Command, KMK, for to achieve chances with a set for must for military service for the comrades to qualify in new generation for to live in loyalism, advantages to be brought in their family, the German, American, British with the French and prior, to evolve into military leadership in military officers' career, for to enrich the advanced General Freuding, that it is a pleasure for me for to bring myself in an advanced choice for being his personal driver, that we can grow together into a good leadership with a German-Prussian patriotism that I'd love him to enrich, and with his rich education where he can bring privileges to my family to grow into the Donut Chilton, Rothschild, Riem, Campbell, Waldorf, Kaisers. In consequence, when the coronation is done and we are enriching the operational status for being state sovereign with King William, Queen Kate, being state sovereign for the new reigning territory Königsberg and Krim, forming 51st for the US American plus 52nd, and 17th and 18th for the German, to enrich the Duke, Grand Duke, Earl, and sure the Windsor's family, that I declare His Highness Crown Prince William in present days being my comrade, for to refresh and to renew the military service with his young brother Prince Harry, in the desire to operate shoulder and shoulder, side by side with Sir Kerr, to bring the MI6 military surveillance service into MAD operating level, for to enrich the newborn Airborne Command KMK to form the elite in the military service we love to spread in the best choice, in best company possible, even to declare a new military riding choice under NATO Diana accelerators advantages to operate Imperial Motorsports Academy PAPI operating leadership in military engineering for Sir Donald Hoger Carl Richard, God help me, plus Madam Hilton Paris Whitney Mellon, former CEO, for signing responsible to operate a new racing team, to draft the King's class in present day's MotoGP, WSBK, WEC, and the Young Talents Asian Cup, Imperial Japanese operated, to start bringing it onto Olympionique level, for to operate the Imperial class in my own construction that I'm foreholding to be brought on road soon as possible. With such a desire, I stay your German-Prussian, loving to operate Airborne Command for German-Prussian, American-British, Free African comrades to be drafted into military elite, side by side, shoulder on shoulder with the Royal British Windsor's family, and for being able to be in combat readiness for the personal driver for General Freuding, that I appreciate his service in leadership for being the advanced commander-in-chief for German Army Bundeswehr. With greetings and the German salute. Allzeit Glück ab, Kameraden! Mit Mut und Tapferkeit zum Sieg! I stay your royal comrade in partnership, in loyalism for both Emperor Prince Augu II, German-Prussian. See ya.